SEED project is like the logical extension of what happens in the Bachelor of Popular Music. So that degree was designed to replicate what's happening in the music industry, and it's been around, the degree's been there for, it started in 99, so we have to move with those changes in the industry, and the industry's changing more towards the independent musician and moving away from the labels, which is a really good thing, but the downside is there's a lot more musicians out there, and we somehow have to give our students a head start over those musicians, and that's where the SEED project came from. We've had a huge leap from Volume 1 to Volume 2, even though we've made a lot of progress, and we hope to continue that exponential growth. The real focus is industry. It's having those industry contacts and also building fan bases.
80% of doing music has nothing to do with playing your guitar or singing songs. It's to do with doing the gigs and emailing people and how to market yourself.
So we try to graduate independent musicians who are in charge of all aspects of their musical careers, whether that be the creative side or the business side. And where SEED replicates that is that it allows us to showcase the best of our students in terms of their creative product. It allows them to get their musical product out there, but in the background behind all of that, they're learning about the business of getting their music seen. For those students who are chosen for the SEED album, I mean, the number one criteria, there has to be a really good song. But the second one is they have to have a really solid fan base. It's no good us giving them a hand and getting themselves promoted if they haven't already been putting those hard yards in and getting that fan base developed in the first place.
My music is sort of Latin-based flamenco type thing, and the next song on the track is a heavy metal track, and it's like, wow, that's really interesting. But it covers so much genres and stuff like that. So to me, to be involved in something like that and a little bit strange to reach a bigger audience, because someone might be listening, might be a metalhead and then will hear my track and go, oh, listen to that, or vice versa. So I think it's a great opportunity.
This year we organised, for example, a networking session prior to the launch of the seeding. We invited industry people along. We coached the students in how to network, how to do the elevator pitch, how to approach people, to give them the confidence to be able to do that.
Just the environment here where people help out, everyone covers each other's bases, even guitarists help me and I help them sing, and we all kind of work together to try and benefit each other, so when we get out of here we're prepared.
At the events themselves, we invite as many industry people as we can to actually to give them that exposure that they would not normally have the chance to do. They're competing against the hundreds of thousands of other online presences in music, and even though they're gigging around, it's still very hard to make those direct contacts.
This event. They were fantastic performances, weren't they? And they're just a taste of what is actually on the SEED album.
All I can say to Griffith Uni and the Conservatorium and Griffith Enterprise, keep it going. We need more of this.
The crowd were fantastic. They were getting right into it.
It was an awesome gig. I was really impressed by the quality of the music, but also the variety as well.
It's a great turnout, and people definitely appreciated it, and I think they're definitely going to consider it in the future.
Artists are absolutely amazing, and God, they're just so talented.
The quality of the people and the quality of the music, just fabulous group of people, as we heard tonight, as we'll hear over and over again for the coming decades.
The ability to go out and perform and reach a new audience is probably the most important thing for me.
I definitely have more drive now if I've got all these gigs at QPAC and I've got all this support behind me for the SEED project. It also reflects on everything else that the band is doing.
We're exposing to much broader audiences than they would normally have had, so QPAC especially has been great for that.
QPAC and the Con have always been very close. We've had some of their brightest and up-and-coming jazz stars performing here on a Friday night, called the Green Jam Project, and it seemed like a natural extension to develop a project with the Con's very successful SEED program, so that the students who come out of the Bachelor of Popular Music have a place where they can perform in front of the public in a relaxed atmosphere, and you know, we've got people from record companies coming down to see them so they can get discovered. So it's a really valuable thing for us. It brings new audiences to QPAC, it's a really valuable thing for the students because they get more exposure.
The students are, now that it's in its second year and they're starting to realise the advantages that they can get through SEED, are very enthusiastic. We had one performer on Friday night at QPAC who actually said on stage, "I can't believe I'm here." I think that kind of sums it up. They're only just starting to realise the advantages.
The live performing thing is definitely a huge thing for me.
And the Melbourne Street Green is a space that people can come down to in a relaxed atmosphere, have something to drink, have something to eat on a Friday night as they're going home or getting ready to go out. And what a perfect environment to hear some great contemporary music by some great new up-and-coming artists.
It's definitely different now with the SEED project than it was before, because I find it now in second year it's more of a family kind of environment than a uni working environment.
Opening myself up to the peers here and just the collaborations, it's just been boom, it's just an explosion of music.
Industry people I've spoken to have been very positive. They like the idea that this is all about the students. It's not about the university making any kind of profit. It's really about getting those students out there. And the profit to us is that we get to see our students out there doing well.
It's also a good tagline, I guess, when you're talking and trying to get those bigger festivals and gigs, when you're saying you're playing at QPAC and you've on the SEED album and all the developments that are going on there.
Some of the bands that are on the list for just this project are already doing big day out supports. They've already been doing supports at Splendour in the Grass. They're being noticed.
I'm hoping that they will have a head start that other graduates of music programs won't. So they will already have music that's being sold online. They'll have a large fan base, and they'll know they're already. We advertise with our degree that our graduate outcomes, we desire to have independent musicians. Well, these students on SEED are already experiencing those graduate outcomes before they graduate, which is a huge head start.
Touring and making success of my music is definitely something that I want to do. I want to travel with my band and friends and see the world and share my music.
So hopefully we'll continue to have that industry support. We're looking for maybe sponsorship, people wanting to support emerging artists, and that's hopefully the direction for Volume 3 will be bigger audiences and bigger industry support. We're hoping we will have a 10-volume series within the decade and onwards and upwards from there.